What's going on, y'all? So we got a hit or miss. Sometimes SmackDown could be hit or miss. Sometimes Triple H could be hit or miss. This is one of them times where this episode was a miss, and the booking was a miss, but it was pre-taped, I guess. So, eh. Uh, say what you will. They did start it off with a recap of what the Bloodline did to Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. And then we would get a backstage promo to kick off Friday Night SmackDown with the Bloodline being informed by Nick Aldis that due to Tama Loa's injury last week, where I think like one of them like poked him in the eye or something like that. He had an eye injury in which he would be unable to compete. Thus, the Bloodline had to forfeit that spot in the Gauntlet match, but they informed him that they won't be forfeiting because Tonga Loa is a part of the Bloodline, but so is Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu would take Tonga Loa's spot. Thus, it would instead of being Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, it would be Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. And we get to the first match on the night, which is L.A. Knight, versus Santos Escobar. And this would be the shot of the night where, because the way how this started, where right after the Bloodline promo, they cut to LA Knight walking backstage, and LA Knight would talk trash about Santos Escobar, basically saying how Santos seemed to forget or get amnesia that every time they met each other, he came up on top, and that he was the one to always beat him, and thus he doesn't mind taking him to school and re-educating him. That no matter what the subject is, always going to be the same. Where everybody is saying, yeah. I wish I had like a sound bite to do the L.A. Knight thing, but that's what I was doing. That's why I got quiet. Then, as he was talking trash, he also mentioned Logan Paul and that he was going to beat him at SummerSlam. Thus, he finally gets out to the camera was following him the whole time straight through the curtains to the ring, and then Santos would make his entrance, and then the match would start. This was a I would say okay, but then it was pretty good. Not good, but it was pretty good. I was entertained for the most part. None too noteworthy or good just a straight up back and forth. I think Santos did hit 619 to taunt Rey Mysterio, but other than that, it was a straight up match. Alexa Lopez, because of the will interfere, will be the only one of the guy there for attachment to interfere because Angel Garza and them have to prepare for the Gauntlet match. But Electra Lopez will interfere twice, with the second time being a distraction to allow Logan Paul to try to interfere. But LA Knight will overcome all of it to hit the BFT on Santos for the victory. But the victory was short-lived as he would get jumped by Logan Paul. He would fight off Logan Paul for somewhat, and then he would get jumped by Santos. He would fight off Santos for a little bit, but then both of them, of course, the number games got too much, and they would get the upper hand, with Santos leaving LA Knight in the position for Logan Paul to hit the frog splash on LA Knight to end that segment. And then we would get Naomi backstage, who would talk about oh God, what's that girl, Tatum Paxley? No, that's not Tatum Paxley. Who is the girl that she had a match with? Oh, Blair Davenport. That's who it is. Huh. Woo. I almost said she was talking about Blair Davenport and how basically she don't know what she did. She didn't do nothing to Blair Davenport, but the Blair Davenport got a problem with her. She would handle Blair Davenport. Then you would hear Bianca Belair Jay approaching by saying yes, she will, and that they're looking forward to seeing her handle Blair Davenport, and that they wanted just to stop it and say hi before they go out to the ring and call out um, Apple Fire and East of Dawn. And then we got Logan Paul, who basically was interviewed backstage and about why he did what he did, and he said he wanted to give LA Knight just a piece, a preview of what was going to come at SummerSlam, and that he wasn't just facing Logan Paul, he was facing the pride of Cleveland. It was going to be in his hometown. The man who they thought wasn't going to be nothing turned out to be something. They say he was the underdog that came from nothing to something. Made it so, I mean, he did. He was one of our own that went big. He submit. You gotta admit, he cemented himself as one of the famous people from Cleveland, and he basically said that he was gonna beat him and retain the title. Then we would get Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill coming out, basically calling out Albert fighting against the Dawn, like I said before, for ducking and dodging them. Bianca did say she wished she could kick it all night with them, but she said they got straight to the point, and that's when they called them out. Eventually, Albert fighting East of Dawn music would hit, but they didn't come from the ramp because they came through the crowd to jump them. And for a minute, they did have the upper hand until Bianca Belair and Jade overpowered them with Jade. With Bianca hitting basically a KOD where basically hitting the KOD, but instead of actually doing the maneuver, she just like threw her over the ropes to who was that? Isla Dawn. She basically KOD Isla Dawn over the ropes out to the outside, and Jade, who was getting beat up by Alba, with fighting with big woman like China, like Big Soul type spot where she was like getting beat up, but then she just jumped up and went, and then she like walked her backwards towards the rope, and you can see Alba like no, I'm sorry, and she was like, nope, get out of the ring, and that's how that segment would end. After that, with them standing tall. Basically didn't solve anything because we still don't have a confirmation that they're gonna get that rematch. They came out, beat them up, and got beat up. Then we got the Street Profits backstage where they was greeted by Terrence Crawford, who wished them luck basically with the gauntlet match later on tonight. Which is not later on tonight; it's coming up next. But that they also talk about, I guess, like going to a party with him afterwards, whatever. And then we would get the second match of the night, which is the gauntlet match. The gauntlet match was started by Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, and Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, which is nice. They kind of put for the most part, I guess, put Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews over, because they actually would beat Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, but the next team to come out was the Street Profits, and the Street Profits would run the gauntlet from there, beating Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. Then they would beat Pretty Daddy in the OC, and the final team would be Jago Fatu and Tama Tonga. And this would be like the best. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion. I felt like this match should have been the main event. With the match that was the main event should have been this match. And the reason why, and also I want to say the reason why this show was a hit and miss, because of the fact that it was only 3 matches. It was a lot of promos, but only 3 matches, basically. Like this match. This match was basically like it was the second match of the night, and it was the co-main event, because this match took up most of the time on the show. So I think that was bad booking and judgment wise. Like, I don't know, but anywho, I still enjoyed it. It was the best part. I love Jacob Fatu's music, and I'm glad they chose that as the music to come out to. I love his entrance, but yeah, they for the most part, it was a back and forth between them. but Jacob Fatu and the Bloodline would just be too much, and Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga will get the victory, and now are the new number one contenders. Also, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa was backstage watching, and they would say how they are ready for the Bloodline. They could come and try to take the titles from them. Um, let's see. Then we would get like, I guess, like this promo started where like uh Corey Graves and Wade Barrett was talking about something, and they would get interrupted by Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. This would be the start of their promo, with them say they don't care about, nobody cares about what they got to say, and that they come out to basically demand that Terrence Crawford come out to the ring and give them an apology. Terrence Crawford did come out. They assaulted him and saying basically how he should apologize for not only what he did last week, but for how he think he could stay in the ring with them too, and that Terrence Crawford talking trash. He said, "Oh, great." Of course, Grayson Waller running his mouth said, "Oh, you take one step closer, my boy Austin Theory gonna knock you out." Austin Theory was like, "What? Like, hold on." And then, of course, Austin Theory would try to basically say, or he was about to say, "I'm not going to do anything," but Terrence Crawford would knock him out, and with Grayson Waller getting out of the ring, and that would be that. And then we got a Cody Rhodes promo, which is like a video package, because Cody Rhodes is actually not there. He's in current. They like touring in Tokyo, Japan, and that's where he was. So he filmed this. He filmed this promo, basically telling that the Bloodline that he challenged to face to face one last time on next week's Smackdown, and that he wants to see is Solo Sikoa ready, because he used to say that he don't think Solo Sikoa ready, but now he's not so sure. Then we got Andrade backstage promo where he talked about how they would try what was next for him, but he would get interrupted by Carmelo Hayes, who said that even the GOAT LeBron James has a bad day, and that he might have missed that time, but he won't miss next time. And thus they set up a rematch for the two of them. And then we get the main event, which is Mi Chen on Mia Yim and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. There was, I think, a Tiffany Stratton promo back where I forgot to write that down. There was a Tiffany Stratton promo sometime earlier in the night where Nia Jax assured her about they get a new briefcase or whatever. But Mi Chen would make her entrance first, but she would get attacked by Nia Jax and Tiffany, with Bayley coming out with a candlestick, like basically running them off. But because of their attack, the majority of this match was like a handicap match with Mia, where she would try to. The first time she basically got recovered and try to get the tag, but Nia Jax would grab her and do a Samoan drop on her, thus keeping it in a one-on-one. But Mi Chen would eventually get into the match and try to help out, but the damage was already done, and Nia would actually get a pinfall victory over Bayley by hitting her with an annihilator. And then we'll get a Bloodline promo basically with the Bloodline answering to the thing. They would basically say, "Yeah, we'll meet you in the ring," and then at one swell swoop, the Bloodline will have everything back: the tag titles and the WWE Championship. This was basically like I said, a hit and miss episode. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, and that's being gracious. But I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, which is just average. This was an average show at best. Only one match I really cared for, and that was the Gauntlet match. Everything else was The main event should have been where the Gauntlet match was, and the Gauntlet match should have been the main event, in my opinion. Yeah. You let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed my review, you don't want to do, you hit this button right here for all of my daily reviews, and you enjoyed this video so much, you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, and as always, because we need to reach, I forgot that part, because we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I need your guys' help for that. Now, as always, if you want these videos, with more amazing content. So, peace.